The next match, Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho. What I picked would be the match of the night, but what I also picked to be the disappointing finish of the fucking night. Not literally, but not what I picked the disappointing finish, but what I picked as a disappointing finish. And I was right. I got the point on this because I went against everyone else and said would be WCW Hogan all over again. Chris Jericho wins lol. A kick to the nuts behind the back of the fucking ref and a Judas effect. And that was it. After a pretty good technical match. I wrote down technical goodness. Jericho just ain't better. He isn't. Yeah. He's not as good as Bryanson.
And technically speaking, I really was enjoying the match. I don't think it ever really got out of second gear, however. No. So like while the technical wrestling was there, there was nothing grabbing me. There was nothing saying like, oh my God, okay, here we go. And we didn't want Garcia to have anything to do with the finish or anything. We didn't want him any part of this match.
Yeah. Fuck him.
And now, in all technicalities, no, he was not part of the match. Yeah. However, going into the match, Garcia mentioned the respect would only be given to Jericho if he can beat Bryan without cheating. And so then Jericho cheated, and that just prolongs the fucking storyline with Daniel Garcia. And so, no.
Yeah, so this meant nothing. Literally, there was a promo later in the night where Jericho approached Garcia and he was like, so I beat him. And Garcia was like, well, no, you cheated. And so it was bad. And I am a robot. And then Jericho was like, well, I don't like that answer. I like your convictions, but that's not good. So you're going to have to fight someone. No, he said he was gonna have to
Wheeler
fight
Yuta, maybe.
It's the Wheeler Yuta match for the Pure title, and he can't have the help of the Jericho Appreciation Society. And if he loses, he's out of the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Who gives any fucks about
I don't give a goddamn about the Jericho Appreciation Society.
No.
I don't give a goddamn about Daniel Garcia. I don't give a goddamn about Chris Jericho. I don't even care about Wheeler Yuta. I'm starting to not give a fuck about Ring of Honor at this point. They're just a fucking, at this point, give them a TV show or get the fuck off of AEW. What the fuck are they? They're a fucking a leech on the fucking product taking up TV time. This is...
I would really like if... Which, I mean, it can't happen now based on who the guys are. But I would have really liked if Tony was trying to continue the Ring of Honor thing, but not without using them on AEW. And then we almost get an invasion type thing to where ROH is going to take Tony, if you're not going to get us a show, we're going to take a show. So then Ring of Honor tries to take Rampage or something like that. Something along those lines. And then anything to make me care about Ring of Honor as a company, because them just carrying Ring of Honor titles means nothing to me. And Wheeler Yuta had such, as have a lot of people in AEW, had such momentum for it to just be completely peter out and be, okay, cool.
Yeah, and the thing is, right, is that his momentum to me always reeked of someone backstage likes him, and I don't know why.
I like Wheeler Yuta a lot.
He's technically sound, but fuck me, I don't get it. He's charismatically mute.
Yeah, I think he's shown glimpses. He's a very funny guy. But on camera, he's also with a group of guys to where they've come into their own over years and years and years and years. Outside of Bryan Danielson and Claudio were not charismatic individuals initially. They were not full of enthusiasm and pep, but they were really, really, really fucking good.
Yeah.
And I mean, including Regal, like in WCW, yeah. But Regal was not that prior to. He worked on it, and I don't know how long Wheeler's been around. But I mean that will come. But they're not giving us a reason to care.
Yeah, they need time on their own, developing their craft and developing an identity outside of being attached to people who are already identifiable. Now, they need to be working with these veterans behind the scenes. Yes, they need to be taking their advice. They need to be under their wing. They need to be able to learn from them in the locker room, definitely. But they don't need to be on screen as a +1. Because
that's exactly what it is.
Just being in a group with people who are known is not an identity. Right. Being a part of the Jericho Appreciation Society is not an identity. Being the guy who squirmed through the cage did not help us know who the fuck Angelo Parker was. But you know what did help? We know who Hook was as soon as he started beating people's ass outside of Team Taz. When he was in Team Taz, I didn't know who the fuck that guy in a hoodie in the back was. I didn't know who he was.
That's a great comparison.
People said he was Taz's son, but I had no fucking clue. But as soon as CM Punk said send Hook and he started doing his own shit outside of Team Taz, all of a sudden, everyone loves Hook. He's doing his own shit. He has a popular tag team with Danhausen. He starts having singles matches, tag matches, pay-per-view matches. All of a sudden, who the fuck remembers him being in Team Taz?
Right.
There you go. He's got it, and he's still developing. His promos need a little work. He's not done a lot of stuff. He's still in his first run. That's fine. That's all he needs to do right now.
But him just walking to the ring exudes more charisma and enthusiasm than Wheeler Yuta has at all right now.
Yeah. And that's not saying that Wheeler Yuta ain't a phenomenal technical wrestler. That isn't saying that he couldn't be a future main eventer. But he isn't interesting. He isn't captivating. And just putting him next to a former world champion, a slew of former world champions, and a slew of Hall of Famers doesn't make him that. It makes him seem less than in comparison. It's a disservice to a guy who could be doing more in Ring of Honor by himself.
Yeah. By the way, get Bryan Danielson away from Chris Jericho as far as possible, as soon as possible.
Get him the fuck out of there.